Hey y'all, welcome back to my video series on Wagtail AI. Today we're going to be looking at how to use Wagtail AI for images. If you're a little lost here and are not sure what I'm talking about or what Wagtail AI even is, then you definitely want to check out the first two videos in the series. I'll have those links down in the video description. Otherwise, let's just go ahead and dive in. I'm going to show you how you can use Wagtail AI to generate titles and descriptions for your images, as well as how you can use it to do contextual alt text. Here is the documentation for how to do image integrations for Wagtail AI. I will definitely put a link down in the video description for you for this specific page. What we're going to be going over today is how to configure adding title and description generation to your image forms, as well as how to use the AI image block. There's also a fancier way to create custom image blocks with the AI image block decorator, but we're not going to be going over that today. So let's go ahead and grab this setting here. I'm just gonna copy it and head on over to my project in VS Code. This is the base.py settings file in my project. So if you have a base settings file, or if you just have a single settings file, that's exactly where you want it to be. Pretty much wherever your Wagtail AI provider settings are, you want this one to be. So as just a reminder, I'm using Mistral Small for both my text and my image generation here. And so that's how I have them set up here. But this is just a single one-line change, super simple. I'm just going to tell Wagtail to use this form instead of the traditional image form. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. And then let's head over to my local copy of wagtail.org. Now, very important, let's remember to refresh things here. Give that a good refresh. And then I'm going to upload a image. Let's use this honey badger image here and pull that up. And so now you can see right here, when I upload the image, we have our little AI magic wand right next to these. And so, you know, if I'm not feeling particularly clever today, I can use AI to generate a image title for me. Okay, honey badger walking on a dirt path. Yep, that tracks pretty well. So let's go ahead and use that. And then let's see what it comes up with for a description for me. All right. Yeah, we have a honey badger walks on a dirt path scattered with small red berries, showcasing its distinctive black and white fur pattern and robust build. I cannot quite tell if there are any red berries there, but this is, you know, a pretty good start here. I think I'll just go ahead and be like, this is not an important detail, so I'm going to take that out. But, you know, that's a very good image description. Didn't require much thought on my part. And if you have a lot of images to upload, this can actually be a pretty useful time saver. So I'm going to go ahead and update that. And so now that's all set in my image library. And if, you know, I'll just open another photo here and show you where it appears in the image library itself. You can see there's a AI magic wand next to these as well. I wrote these by hand, but, you know, we can see what it comes up with here for the French flag. The French flag waving against a clear blue sky. Nice. All right. You know, it's... I don't know. I think French flag is pretty descriptive enough. But, you know, we'll just go ahead and use that. And let's see what it does for description here. French flag waves against a clear blue sky. I think that this works a whole lot better here. With its vibrant blue, white, and red vertical stripes prominently displayed. You know, it's definitely laying it on thick a bit here, but, you know, if you're looking for just something to fill your alt text with that is pretty descriptive. Oops, I must have hit one of the buttons to open things up. Cool. I'll just go ahead and save those changes there. So that's how you can get your Wagtail AI settings added to the image forms in Wagtail AI. Now, the other thing that I want to add, if we go over to a blog post here, is down in the body area, what would be pretty useful to have here is the ability to use contextual alt text. And so that means that even if I use like the same badger pictures across two different articles, they might be about different topics. But I have StreamField set up in my project here. And if we open up StreamField here, you can see that we have an image block included as a part of wagtail.org. And so what I want to do is substitute that image block with the Wagtail AI image block. So here is the blocks.py file for wagtail.org where our image block lives. In our project, we have a separate app called Utils for utilities. And so that's where a good chunk of our core blocks that we use across the site live. And so right now, the image block is set here in using this import statement. So if we scroll down, we can see what it looks like at the moment. Here it is, custom image block right here. It's pretty simple. It just calls in the regular image block. And you know, it's something that it's not modifying a whole lot on the existing Wagtail image block here. So what we're going to do is add a new import statement that will give us the option to use AI image block instead. So I'm going to copy and paste this over from the Wagtail AI documentation. And so now instead of using image block here, so let's get rid of this import statement here, we're going to use this image block instead. So I'm going to copy that and head on back to our image block here. And I'm just going to substitute image block for AI image block. And I'm going to go ahead and save that. And let's head back over to a local copy of the project here. I'm going to go ahead and give this a refresh, just to make sure that everything looks good here. And what I'm going to do is right here, I went ahead and like added a split to one of my blog posts here. And I'm just going to go ahead and add an image block right here. And you'll notice in the blank image block, we have a little AI magic wand next to the alt text setting. And so I'm going to pick an image here. This is the honey badger image. And so because this is contextual alt text, it's going to take pretty much all the content I have on this page and create an alt text description for me. And so this article is basically on why badgers are the greatest. These stubborn, loyal creatures deserve your respect. So this whole article is like about reasons that badgers are great. And they, you know, so it's basically a whole article about badgers being awesome members of the animal kingdom. And so let's see how well it does when we use the contextual alt text feature. So let's generate alt text. I'm going to scroll down a bit here. A badger walks confidently across a dirt path, showcasing its sturdy build, distinctive markings, embodying resilience and authenticity. Okay, that is definitely different than the text description we got when we first uploaded the image. So it is definitely modifying things to make it similar to what the article is talking about here. And, you know, it may or may not be 100% accurate here, but it's, you know, I think that is a pretty good attempt here. But let me show you what happens if we go over to another page. Let's just go ahead and save that real quick. And let's go to another blog post here. So I wrote a similar blog post here on PNGs and JPEGs. So this is a totally different topic. This is about comparing two photo formats. And so like, I still use the badger images here, But you know what I might be talking about is how things look PNG versus JPEG wise. So let's add an image block here. I'm going to bring back the honey badger right here. And let's see how it does with the contextual alt text this time. So let's generate that. All right, a honey badger walking on a dirt path. Very similar start right there. It's probably going to do that the whole time. Showcasing sharp details and clear edges, ideal for demonstrating the superior quality of PNG over JPEG for images with defined lines and textures. Yeah, this is not 100% accurate because the image I uploaded actually is a JPEG image, but still it's attempting to talk about the topic that I'm aiming for, and it provides me with a very good start. And this is where, you know, I'm going to use it and I'm going to dismiss this, but I might, you know, update some things here. And make it like demonstrating the inferior quality of JPEG instead, because this is a JPEG image instead of the PNG image. So we can say like compared to PNG here for images and defined lines. So you know, so you still need to check these things. But you know, what AI does is provides you with a good start, and it gives you the opportunity to make a few quick edits instead of writing everything from scratch on your own. The last thing I want to show you in here is where you can alter the context for these particular prompts. And so if you go into settings here and you go to agents, then you will get the list of, this is from the text here for page titles and descriptions, but down here is where you'll find all the prompts for images. So if these prompts don't necessarily work for your project, or if you want to do something a bit more specific, this is where you can find the settings to change them up. Or if you find that the contextual alt text is not working quite the way you want it to, and you have some ideas how to modify it, then you can update the prompt right here in settings. Y'all, thank you so much for watching this series on Wagtail AI. I may do one more video in the series. I haven't quite decided yet because there is one more feature in Wagtail AI that I think would be very useful to you. It's the related content feature. I just need to go ahead and make sure that it is usable on wagtail.org. It's a very hard feature to demo without having an existing project to show it off with. So please give me a bit of time on that. Otherwise, enjoy the series. Please come tell us what you use Wagtail AI for. We'd love to hear more about what you're doing. And if you have any suggestions for features, totally leave those in the comments. We definitely would love to hear more. And if you want to make sure that you don't miss any more videos on Wagtail AI or other tutorials about Wagtail, please like this video and subscribe to our channel.